3 minutes, please, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You got it?
Please find a seat.
Hello.
Morning.
Are you doing a movie?
Yes, sir.
And wait for her to listen to TV. Thanks.
Good morning. It's 10:30 and God forbid I should start late. Everybody ready? Okay, thank you. Good morning. Welcome to the November All Residents meeting at Village on the Green. Would you do us all a huge favor and check your phone, be sure it's on off or on vibrate. And Stan has had a great idea. If it goes off during our meeting, you will be asked to make another contribution to the team member appreciation fund. So don't get caught. The decor and atmosphere of the fair here in the Longwood Room is amazing. And I want to thank our lifestyle staff for putting it together for us. Maurice and Kat and Lucy for their creativity and their hard work.
Thank you.
Also, thanks to Emily and the housekeeping staff who set it up just as I drew it in a picture. So I'm so grateful to them. And also to Ann Blair, who chairs the Lifestyle Committee and helped put the resident touch on everything that we're doing today. Thank you so much. November is a special time for counting our blessings. And here at VOTG, we have so much to be thankful for. I'm going to set my glasses aside because I wrote this big enough to be able to see it. Okay. I'll begin with being thankful for the weather in this 2-day cold snap that's given us a chance to wear our jackets and our sweaters and then put them back away, because this will remind remind us why we live in Florida, and by the weekend, it will warm back up to the 80s. We are so fortunate to have that. I also want to make note that there are only 18 days left in hurricane season, and that we have not had a big storm here at BOTG so far this year. Don't want to speak too soon, but so far, so good for 2025. Okay. We had an amazing display of gratefulness yesterday as we honored and paid tribute to our veterans, the men and women who served our country to protect the freedoms that we all enjoy. Thank you again to all of our neighbors who stood so proudly when their branch of the service was recognized in music. And special thanks to Stan, who put them together with such a meaningful event and showed amazing flexibility as he pivoted from an outdoor parade to an indoor event, which was very meaningful. The room was full, and every one of us appreciated the warmth of being inside. Stan's closing remarks and his explanation of what he means when he refers to us as inmates here at BOTG really spoke to me. This term can mean people gathered together in one place where the feeling of community grows, whether or not the group is together by choice. Connections form and a culture of helpfulness and cooperation can occur. That's the culture that we enjoy here at Village on the Green. And we're fortunate to add new neighbors to our community all the time. It's important that we tend this culture with respect and kindness toward each other and toward the staff who serve us every day. If you find that you have a concern or a suggestion for improvement, there are ways to address this. The resident committees provide a great conduit. This is a word that I've learned from Susan Craig this month. Conduit. To do that. Each committee meets monthly, and all of their agenda is focused on addressing residents' issues. All meetings are open to all residents, and we hope that you'll take the opportunity to attend. The schedule of the meetings is posted in the Green Horizons, so you can find when those will meet. We're in the middle of the election process right now to select the chairs of the 6 committees for 2026. Nominations have closed, and voting will occur next week. At the meeting today, you'll hear a 2-minute presentation by each candidate. When the meeting is adjourned, you will have the opportunity to learn more about the committees that interest you in the committee fair. So around the room are a table for each of the 6 elected committee chairs at where the balloons are. And then there are 6 other committees where the chairs are appointed by the Residence Council, and those are at the back long tables and the table up here. So 12 potential stops on your journey through the fair should you choose to do that. I will speak about them in detail at the end of the meeting, but wanted you to have an idea about what was where spread around the room right now. When the meeting is adjourned, you'll have a chance to attend any of these tables, all these tables you'd like to. Each table has a sign-up sheet where you can write your name and where you live, so what building or what villa group, if you are interested in being considered to be a member of the committee for 2026. That responsibility of appointing those members falls to the committee chairman as per our standing rules, but if you're interested, it helps us a lot to know who wants to do it, because we want you to do something that you enjoy. Okay. So here I want to add one more mention of appreciation. All of the residents who serve as building reps, villa reps, committee chairmen, committee members are volunteers. They contribute their time, energy, and life experience to building the community and the culture that we enjoy here and making it such a wonderful place to live. I'd like to ask the 2025 building and villa reps and elected committee chairmen to stand up where you are. Stay standing because I would like to ask anybody who serves on one of their committees to please also stand up, and then let's thank everybody who's volunteering on our behalf. Lots of opportunities to plug in here and really just need to let people know what you'd like to do. Now on to the agenda. Okay. I have tried to make it brief, and I have tried to rein in everybody who tends to like to talk with my go, so that we can be finished sometime between 30 and 45 minutes into the meeting, so that you have time to go to the tables, which will remain open as long as there are people in here who are interested in going around. You will recall that I am your DRR, your designated resident representative, and that my job has one role: to represent your interests before the governing board of our provider, which is LifeSpace, where the annual budget and any proposed changes to fee increases will occur. I am your voice, and I hope to speak clearly and loudly. Until yesterday, this picture was a picture of an airplane because I was going to be flying to Dallas. But as late yesterday afternoon, they determined that the board meeting will be on Zoom rather than in Dallas, so that the variety of us who would be flying from a whole bunch of different locations and maybe getting there timely, but worst case scenario, having trouble getting back home again, would not have to deal with that stress. So it will now be on Zoom, and it begins Tuesday afternoon. So I got my Monday back. I'm so excited. And we will be here, probably in the conference room, trying to participate with the other executive directors and DRRs from the remaining 14 or 15 communities, and the leadership in the support center, and the board of directors. So a good sized group, what, 30, 40 people? At least more than that, Bezos, it's more than that. So how big my picture on Zoom is going to be is a question, but I will wear something bright colored so that we stand out, and it will be green, so they will know Village on the Green is here. Okay. I will report back to you whatever I can as fast as I can. We're all on pins and needles about what the increase will be for next year. And that will be announced to us before or on November the 30th, because it goes into effect 60 days later, and it will appear on our bill in February. So we're bumping up into Thanksgiving last week. I don't know, they don't know when the actual information will be available to us, but as soon as we know, it will be advertised everywhere. And your neighbors will tell you what they saw and all that kind of thing, because that's probably the single most interesting thing that's going to happen to us in the next 30 days. Okay. Moving on from there, Jerry, if you would come up and give us an update.
Speaking of gratitude, there's nothing more fun than when Jill opens the boxes here at the Oaks and here just outside, the red locked boxes. Or some of you who've put it in the white box near Sue's desk, put it all, or hands it to Becca, or sends it to LifeSpace. But however it's happened, we have to just absolutely say thank you to everyone who has contributed, everyone who's thinking about contributing, and even there's some folks who said, you know what, so much, I feel so happy to be here, I'm so thankful for what's going on. We've had 3 people give an additional amount. I can't say thank you enough, and you know what that means for the team. So even though I failed creative coloring, I do really well at cutting, and I do this now daily because we have just continued to move the football field and move the football down the field. Honestly, it'll be such a much better game than the Packers. So we are, as of this morning, 88.5%. I received a phone call. I'm so, can you imagine what that will mean? I received a phone call, I received a phone call this morning. There goes our DRR. And somebody wanted to donate an additional amount. So friends, we now have $110,043.75. I think we can get to our goal. I really, really believe we can get to our goal. Part of the reason I believe that is not only do we have the generosity in the spirit, but we have, of all the donors, that represents 53% of our occupied units. So we still have folks who can contribute, I know who have talked about contributing, and will do it. Many people wait till the end of November, but as soon as you can, it would be wonderful. I will cut until I can't cut anymore, if we can just imagine what this is going to look like when we say 100% and that football crosses the line. Thank you so much.
And here's a reminder of how to make your contribution. Okay, Arlene, we're ready for the culinary report.
In the interest of brevity, Sue, oops, you're right. Sue has asked me to reiterate page 8 in the Green Horizons. This is the guidelines for meals to go. It's a friendly reminder, and if you would please reread it if you haven't thrown this away yet. But you must place your orders for meals to go as takeout or delivery whenever possible, other than at the time of your meal. If you're doing it at the time of your meal, we are waiting at the tables for our meals. You can order 1 additional meal to go while you're eating, and that's it. Okay, bottled drinks, maximum of 6 per day can be ordered with your to-go points. Desserts, maximum of 4 per day, and fruit, whole fruit, maximum of 4 per day. You know, you can help us make this an efficient operation if you would just read this and adhere to the rules. I do want to remind you, we have a bake sale coming on November 25th from 2 to 5 in the Palm Court entrance. There will be 3 pies, 15 points each, and 3 breads, 10 points each. First come, first served. 4 items per resident. 2 pieces of 2 pies and 2 breads. Now, there was an error in the Green Horizons. These are not being baked here. We probably would have to do without dinners if they were baking all these. So, they are from a vendor, but take advantage, use your points. This is bringing up to date.
Tell them what the flavors are.
Oh, the flavors, yes ma'am. Pumpkin pie, apple pie, blueberry pie. The breads are banana and chocolate chips, pumpkin bread and cranberry bread.
Okay.
Yum. Okay, next on the agenda, Anne's going to bring us up to date on the lifestyle activities for November. Many of these are in Green Horizons, but she likes to highlight the things that are extra special.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Before we get to, you can be reading those, but I just wanted to say how wonderful we feel that Marissa and Kat, our new lifestyle team members and director, are doing. I mean, we're coming on the heels of that wonderful Halloween party. The Veterans Day and the support they gave to Stan yesterday was just wonderful. And so on we go. And let's see, a couple of things that I don't think are on there this month. The 21st is the last of the dinners that we'll be taking to the fire department, Station 16 this year. We'll continue the program for next year, but we don't have the schedule. But the 21st is the day that will be happening, and you can sign up at the desk, at Sue's desk, if you'd like to ride up there real quickly to say hello to them. No more than 5 people at a clip, so this is an ongoing thing that if you can't do it this time, do it another time. And also there will be a card up there for people to sign that will be taken with the team when they go up there. So that's on the 21st. And I wanted to mention all trips that require transportation need 3 people to sign up. I think you all know that, but if they're less than 3 people, they usually end up canceling the trip. It just doesn't pay to make it that time. And ticketed events, management will call to confirm. If you've signed up for a ticketed event that takes bus transportation, they'll call you to double check that you do mean to go. But at that point forward, if you cancel out, you will be charged because they will have been buying the tickets, and so it goes. Journey in Life talks will begin in the new year, or possibly in the new year, yeah. And the Green Horizons schedule, I think it's been determined now that that'll be monthly with weekly updates coming out. That goes back to what we were doing a little earlier. We've been monkeying around with the schedule, and sooner or later we'll get it exactly the way we want it. But a new team and new ideas, and so that's what we'll go for. Now for the things that are coming up, you can see them here. The trip to St. Augustine, Festival of Trees. Let me mention that's the one Elizabeth Seabrooks will be playing the harp at this particular one. SeaWorld, The Good Poor, St. Luke's, all of those. And check your there's another screen, isn't there? Yeah, the Paint with a Sip, the November birthday parties on the 18th, the culinary bake sale. I called it a culinary bake sale. And of course Thanksgiving, and then these are Chaplain Tom's two things that he put up, the world religion, the Hinduism one, and then he said, and I believe that's in this month's Green Horizons, he's going to go back and start all over again and do things in a little more depth because he's gotten a lot of interest in that. So I think that's about it from me. Any questions about anything I might be able to answer? Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Hooray, moving right along. Okay, we are to the point in our agenda where we will talk about our elected committee chairs. Nominations closed on Friday last week, and 5 of the committees had 1 nominee. So those people are automatically elected, and you will hear from them today. We also have 1 race where there are 2 nominees, and one of them is here to speak to you, and the other one is unable to be with us today. So we have 6 people that we're going to hear from in a few minutes. I have told them that they have 2 minutes each, and Larry is up here with his timer and his little notice to say they have 30 seconds or 10 seconds left. So we hope to move through this efficiently. This reminds us that the calendar was that nominations took place last week. Today, they will all speak to you, and then the election period is next Monday through Wednesday. Then the results will be reported to you as soon as tabulation is complete. A special thank you to Carolyn and her committee who have made this a very efficient process this year, and we appreciate that very much. I said all of that. You will receive a ballot on your door. Don't sign your name, and mark it and place it in the election bag, which is someplace in your building or villa group. Sometimes it's on the door of the committee member, sometimes it's on the bulletin board, wherever your committee, your election committee person has put it and told you where it is, that's where you should put your ballot. All right. So I've asked the nominees to sit up front so they can come quickly, and we'll start with our nominee, and I'm now our chairman because these first 5 have been elected by virtue of not having an opponent. So Don, would you speak to us, please?
Morning. I think everybody knows me, or most of you do anyways. I'm Don Eskin. I've been a resident here for just over 3 years now. I've been on the finance committee for about 2.5 years, and this past year, the vice chair with Steve Cassetta. Why do I want to be the finance person? That's a hell of a question. Basically because I care, really. My desire is to improve our relationship with Lifespace Management and establish an open and, most of all, honest exchange. As a committee, our responsibility is to review and understand Lifespace financial reports, expenses, budgets, and balances, everything that impacts our investment and daily welfare. Then act as a communicator. I wanted to use the word conduit, but it would, yeah, we all pick that up. To share information, any concerns that have been identified with the residents in an open and honest manner. Knowledge makes us a better resident, while rumors can only destroy us. I really appreciate the nomination, and I will try to do my best. Thank you.
Next is our new chairman of Health and Wellness, Lynn Esco. Lynn is a great example of somebody who's new, that has jumped right in. She's not always sure why, but she knows it's important. And those that have been here through last year, this time, will recall that we changed the bylaws so that it would increase the opportunity for people who are new to the community to take on these leadership roles. And so she's my poster child for how well this works. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, after Don's wonderful speech, it's hard for me to follow that, but that was good. So I agree with everything he said, first of all. All right. Second of all, I have been new as in April. I moved in here in April. Actually, I signed the last part of December on the line. Did not know they were going to redo the front of the building at that time, so that came as a little bit of a shock. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that my background is I'm a retired, I had owned a business called Esco Counseling and Consulting Services, Inc. It's a wonderful business, and we specialized in psychotherapy, psychology, and forensic psychology. I feel strongly that we as a community, as we age, need not only physical health, but mental health. And I would like to continue to do that in the Health and the Wellness Committee and bring that forward into our residents here in the community. When Dodie asked me if I might consider this, I gave it great thought, and I thought this would be an area that I think that I could excel in and bring you much success as a community. Larry, who is the outgoing chair, said that he will continue to do the bereavement classes, and Fred has agreed to do the Friends of the Oaks. So I'm looking forward to doing this. I just got the 30-second thing. I didn't realize it was that fast. I will say I did use Health and Wellness this last week, 10 minutes, because I did fall and they did come and pick me up. And thank you to the firemen who did that. They were so gorgeous as I was thank you. And thank you for the nomination.
Thank you, Lynn. Our nominee for Lifestyle and our elected as chair of Lifestyle is a dual chairmanship. A couple who were anxious to do this together as they have done so many things together in their life. So I will invite Richard and Phyllis Levine up here to tell you in 2 minutes. I told them 2 people, but you have only 2 minutes. So they were going to speak quickly.
Good morning. I'm Phyllis Levine, and this is my husband, Richard. We're looking forward to leading the Lifestyle Committee as dual chairpersons, and we thank those who nominated us. Much like Chip and Joanna Gaines, for 38 days short of 50 years, Richard and I have worked together in our business and personal lives. As Richard charges ahead, I keep him on course.
Last spring, Phyllis and I asked ourselves which activities here at Village on the Green,
Thank you.
were important to us. And that led to a Penny of Your Thoughts campaign that Ann Blair and I co-chaired. It really took the pulse of the community, and we discovered some current activities are right on target. Others missed the mark. It clearly pointed out opportunities that you all felt we could bring to the community to better our lives here. So, and with Maurice as our new lifestyle director, it gives us the opportunity to bring these things to life.
Therefore, we propose revised and enhanced activities.
Clear communication is the key to lifestyle success. One thing we envision is developing a clear, complete, color-coded calendar which enables you to see it, click it, and book it, whatever the event may be.
Therefore, we propose clear communication.
Our vision is to build a committee of diverse VOTG residents. While each committee member will be involved in the committee as a whole, we see each member focusing on a specific lifestyle area: fitness, entertainment, lifestyle, lifelong learning, annual events, and spiritual life, etc. To borrow a phrase from Maurice, each member will act as an ambassador for the lifestyle area he represents.
Therefore, we propose lifestyle ambassadors.
Thank you all.
For Plant Ops, Steve Guss, come show us tell us about your prop.
I assume everybody knows who I am, but I guess I should say I'm Steve Guss. Born up in Weehawken area where Mr. Hamilton got shot and killed, and a few other people as well. I just want to say I'm the plant committee chair, working closely with Lenny, who has done a magnificent job. I have gone through 7 different plant managers since I've been here, and 10 executive directors. So I'm familiar with most of them very well, and Lenny and Jim have done a great job this year, in my opinion. We're going to look a little different out front. We'll probably look a little different in the back, but all that is well worth the time and effort that they're putting into this. The plant operations is definitely very important. It covers the following: maintenance, housekeeping, grounds, security, transportation. All those things come under Lenny, and we look at it every month on the first Tuesday of the month at 10 o'clock. I invite all residents to come to the meeting, and I do allow them to speak if there's time within the 1 hour that I give the meeting. And most of the time there is plenty of time to get guests' opinions, recommendations, suggestions. We don't manage, we suggest, we recommend, and that's for benefit for the residents. We are stakeholders and not managers. We pay a big price for the management, so we let them manage. Thank you.
Next is Susan Craig for sales. And I told her yesterday she didn't have to speak, and then this morning I told her she did, so this is going to be short. Maybe.
Conduit. Sales is it's twofold. What we do is we provide information from the sales department to the residents, and from the residents to the sales department. So hence the word conduit. It's mostly comprised of people who are very enthusiastic, who love living here, and want the other residents to enjoy it just as much. So if that's you, the table's over there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So those 5 people are elected now, having not had opposition in their nomination. Lastly, I'll ask Arlene to come back again. She's been nominated to be culinary chairman, as has Carol Ann Hewitt. Carol Ann is out of state and not able to speak with us today, but Arlene has no doubt wisdom to share with us.
Well, I guess you know me. Good morning, Arlene Gus is here. Okay, I've been the culinary chairman for the past year, and I'd like to retain that position. The standing rules state that the culinary committee is charged with sharing the concerns of the residents regarding food, service, and special events. As chairman, I'm also a voting member of the resident council. I have made sure that the committee is comprised of a representative from each building and each set of villas. I work closely with the director of catering, Liz, and our executive chef, George. I have an excellent relationship with both, as well as with our ED, Jim. As chairman, can I assure you your meal will come out hot or in a timely manner? No, but I will always work on your behalf toward improvement. Before becoming chairman, I attended culinary committee meetings to understand the responsibilities of the committee. I also eat here almost every night, thus experiencing the food. Under my chairmanship, The committee and I facilitated the opening of the Heron Club/Bistro. We approve and make changes to the menus that are sent to us by Liz. We try new ideas, such as the all-in-one menu, well received, and the stations at Sunday brunch, back to the drawing board. As requested by the residents, we have put a limit on the number of buffets. As directed by our ED, no menu goes out before approval of the culinary committee. I'm asking for your vote to retain me as culinary committee chairman. Thank you.
Thank you to all the nominees and those of you who have been elected. We've come to the end of the agenda, so I'm looking for questions. I see a hand up.
I'd like to compliment the culinary area for the wonderful luncheon we had yesterday afternoon.
If you've not heard about this Veterans Lunch, you need to hear about this. This was amazing.
For the veterans yesterday and their spouses, the culinary area prepared a wonderful lunch for us, including floats at the end for dessert, and it was terrific. Stan did a super job, but I don't think he made lunch.
Yes, I had heard about that all afternoon yesterday, that it was just wonderful, and that the root beer floats were the icing on the cake. Okay, others? Nancy?
I believe the birthday has a chair now on the committee, the resident committee.
Okay, you want me? Are you thinking it's time to announce that, or? Maybe not. Let me speak to that. That's a good point. Up here, you have now the 6 committees where the chairman had been elected or are about to be elected, the culinary chair, and those are in the card tables on the sides of the room. And then you have the committees that are appointed, the chairmen are appointed by the new Residents Council. And we do have one, the birthday people have already volunteered and are anxious to do that. I'm not sure this is the right time to tell you who they are, but these others are on the long tables. There are 1 pair of people here and 4 across the back. And there's a little sticky note on them saying, when you sign up to say that you are interested, if you are interested in being considered chairman of one of these appointed committees, please say so, because we'd like to know if you would like to do that. And also, it says on each of these forms in bright red, by signing up, this does not guarantee you your spot. As Arlene said, and this would be echoed for every committee, we try to be sure that there's a representative across the community. So somebody from each building, each villa group, to be a conduit to bring your concerns to the committee and then to bring committee information back to your building or villa group. So, just because you sign your name doesn't mean you're automatically in. That is a responsibility per our standing rules of the chairman that you have just elected. So keep that in mind. But we can have more than one on a committee depending on how big a committee you're willing to have. Okay. Again, that's all up to the chairman. And you can always go as an observer, as a guest, to every one of these committees, including the Residents Council. We are delighted to have people come to Residents Council, which is always on the first Thursday of every month at 10 o'clock in the multipurpose room. But not in December, because we voted to take the month off. So there will not be a Resident Council meeting in December. But there will be an all residents meeting. We will come back in here the second Wednesday? What day is today? Anyway, watch your Green Horizons. We will announce it. Anything else? I want to make note of the fact that we are only 42 minutes into this meeting. When I adjourn you, give the people who are going to host these tables 30 seconds to get there before you head over there. And then please do stay and find out what's available. Thank you for coming.